Hello again. Welcome to another semester of HI 121 World Civilizations 1. This is an online course this semester. I'm Mr. Foles. I will be your instructor for HI 121. And there are my office hours. The best time to get a hold of me is from 11 a.m. to 12. I tend to be online just about every day of the week. I try not to do too much on Fridays because I am online a lot of the day on Saturday and Sunday, and that's also a good time to get a hold of me. It seems that that's when students are doing most of their work now. The last couple of semesters, that's the way it's been. So those are my busy days. And there's my office phone number. I'm not in the office too much anymore because most of my classes are online. I'm in K11 on Tuesday and Thursday from 11:30 after my PS 110 class in the classroom from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30. 121, this course provides students with a general overview or survey of world history from prehistory through about 1800, from the Paleolithic era to the Protestant Reformation and the rise of absolute monarchs to the scientific revolution of the 17th century. And that's where we end. That's really in volume 2, but I'd like to include that in this course because I think it fits better with the Renaissance and the Rebirth of Learning. There's your textbook, The Essential World History, Volume 1. The 8th edition is best. There's other editions that'll work, but it's always best to use the most recent textbook because then all of the publisher tools are available to you. The enrollment key for 121 is World 121, small case W. World 121 is the enrollment key. The requirements, there's going to be 4 exams. I lay a lot on you. Don't panic. Please don't panic. We do a lot in the first few weeks because everybody is fresh. Everybody is still highly motivated. So I lay a lot on you. We do a couple of chapters each in the first couple of weeks. And then after that, we slow down, and the remainder of the semester is at a nice pace. So just get through those first 5 chapters, and then we slow way, way down for the rest of the semester. The first 5 chapters are your first exam, and then 7, 9, 10, and 11 are the second exam, and then we go back into European history, chapters 12 and 13, that's exam 3, and then finally the 4th exam, which you will have to come to NMC to take. You'll have to take it in the classroom, and that will be on chapters 14, 15, and that scientific revolution, half of chapter 18. Exams are not open book, but you have multiple opportunities to take those first 3 exams. You can take them twice. The 4th exam is one and done. That's it. The exams are the main part of your grade, about 78%. And there are most weeks, there are 1, maybe 2 assignments for you to do that are due usually within a 7-day period. And they're about a quarter of your final grade. There is no other extra credit. I've created these assignments in the last year or so. This is a chance for you to earn extra points and not have everything just based on exams. There is no other extra credit. Failure to do those assignments is going to significantly impact your grade when all those zeros are added in. You're going to lose at least a letter grade by not doing them. And here are the study topics. They're subject to change. Basically, we spend a week on a chapter, except at the beginning. Again, we do 2 chapters in the first 2 weeks, and then we slow down. We do the first civilizations, the peoples of the West and ancient India. And then the following week, we do China and antiquity and the Greek civilization. Then we do Rome and the emergence of the Silk Road. And then you have a week to catch up on anything you didn't do. That is the time to do it if you failed to complete any of those assignments. After September 22nd, I really don't want to have to go back and do anything from the first 5 chapters. That's the real drop dead absolute end. This is the week you could try to catch up if you weren't able to complete anything. After that, it's over. And we do the Muslim empires. Then chapter 9, the expansion of South Asia, which is basically ancient Indian history, the arrival of Islam in South Asia. Then we do the flowering of traditional China and the Ming Dynasty and all the explorations they did. That's a very interesting chapter, chapter 10. And then all of a sudden, they just disappeared and turned within, and it's not really known why. Some historians think that they circumnavigated the globe. Changhua. But then all of a sudden, they turned in and they destroyed all those ships. Then you have another week to catch up, and then after the 20th, I really don't want to go back to anything in those other chapters. Chapter 11 is Japan, Korea, and Vietnam up to 1500, basically Southeast Asia history and East Asian history. Then you have another week to catch up. And then the second exam again is on those chapters. Then we go back into European history. Charlemagne is a very significant turning point in European history, and there's an assignment on that. And the conflicts between the papacy, the Pope, and the monarchs that arrive in the European Middle Ages. And there's a lot of conflicts, and the Crusades go on during that time period. And more Eastern European history and the plague, and the Renaissance comes in after the plague, rebirth. And then the third exam is on chapters 12 and 13. Then we spend a week on the creation of a world market and slave trade. And then we do the final European history, the rise of absolute monarchs, and Martin Luther and the Reformation. One half of chapter 18 will also be included in that final exam that you will have to take. That should be exam 4, not 5. That is a typo. That is exam 4. And that will be during that exam week. It's not a cumulative final exam. It is just on those 2.5 chapters. And that date has not been established yet. Again, that's the 4th exam, not the 5th. And here are the methods of evaluation, and we've already discussed that. Those are the total points and the percentages. Again, there's no extra credit. Completion of those assignments takes some of the pressure off the exam grade. 0.5 and up, I round up. Below 0.5, it gets rounded down. And you'll eventually get assigned a letter grade that you can look in that chart again if you're interested. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here are the outcomes, which basically all the assignments are measuring these things. And then these student outcomes link up to the liberal arts program outcomes. And we're emphasizing these things in your NMC education. Those program outcomes are also part of the general education. We do a lot of critical thinking. We emphasize the humanities. This is a humanities course. Some citizenship and society. You'll be able to see some of the reasoning and some of the stereotyping and bias. That's slavery. We examine that in this course. This is an online course, so you are getting some technology and information literacy by taking this course. We don't do much oral communication in here because it's online, and we don't really do any quantitative or scientific reasoning in this course. And there's a lot of written communication that goes on in HI 121. And here are all these different outcomes linked together. We hope that you are improving the quality of your life by being an NMC student and being a graduate of this institution. We are dedicated to helping students actualize their potentials and enhancing their lives and improving the Commonwealth. Please don't cheat. Please do your own work. It's important that you develop your minds. You have a week basically to do most of these assignments. Again, we do a lot at the beginning, but we slow way down after that. And you have 2 days basically to do those exams. They're done on Saturdays and Sundays. There are services here for those people with disabilities. The etiquette does not apply in this course. It's online. There are counselors and tutors available for you here. Take advantage of their services if you need their help. Title IX. If you have been a victim of anything, there are support services available. Miss Nita De Leon Guerrero is the victim advocate here. There's the emergency phone number if you need to find out what's going on during a crisis or a storm. Please make sure you get that student contract signed electronically and submitted. It'll be due in September. You'll see it. It's in the second or third block. Make sure you get that signed electronically and submitted. And also make sure that you do this particular acknowledgement of the syllabus. Please make sure you get this questionnaire filled out and submitted as well. That's about it. Good luck and enjoy the semester.